Hi, welcome back to Polar Ice Creamery. I'm Nick, and today's ice cream is a bit of a savoury twist. There's a couple of companies out there that have done something along these lines, so I thought it'd be time to try and see how we do it. But what is it? It's chicken and waffle. It's a big thing in America. It's not a big thing in England, although it is really nice. We tried some last year, maybe the year before, and it was surprisingly good. I think you need good chicken and you also need good waffles. But the waffles are, however you like to pronounce it, some people say Liege Waffles, some people say Liege Waffles. They're sugar waffles, essentially. I've got some here. These kind of things. And they're a little bit crispy, much smaller in size, but they're incredibly good. Normally you would have a waffle like that with a scoop of ice cream or something along those lines on, some kind of coulis or jam on top, but America switched it up, or the US switched it up and dumped chicken on there and then maple syrup on top. It's all good. What's not to like? Waffles good, chicken good, maple syrup good. Anyway, made by Marcus, their take on this flavour is as follows. We add chicken bouillon into the base of this ice cream along with rosemary, sage and thyme, along with chocolate covered waffle crunch. It sounds great. They've obviously gone with the herbs kind of side. I'm English, so I say herbs. And then when you go to Salt and Straw, they've gone for a cinnamon and honey fried chicken ice cream. This is part of their picnic series. They are known for doing some unusual flavours. We've done a couple in the past. We're going to do some more next year as well. But it's croissants torn into bits and deep fried in chicken fat until crispy, and then added into a salted vanilla ice cream. But they also say a shake of very special, and in brackets very secret, spices adds a sweet heat kick. I mean, it says cinnamon, but I don't know what that spice mix is. So with that in mind, we decided to have a go ourselves. The three main elements for chicken and waffles, as the ice cream scoop bubbles around on the side, are waffles, chicken, and then some kind of topping to it. We're going to go with maple syrup. So if you want to see how we deal with those three elements, stick around and we'll show you. So the first thing we're going to deal with is the ice cream base itself. Now what we're going to do is we're going to make a maple syrup ice cream, and for that we're going to start with our milk straight in the pan. Now we've decided to not use sucrose in here, we're using dextrose. And that's because I want a nice scoop to this. I don't want it hard at all. Then we're going to take some light brown sugar, which has got our usual stabilizer mix in it, which is a little bit of a mix of guar gum and locust bean gum. You mix it into the sugars beforehand, so you make sure that it doesn't clump as it goes into your liquid. Then once that's all mixed and combined, add in your maple syrup and slowly bring it up to temperature. Now there's no eggs in this recipe, so you don't have to bring it up to any particular temperature. You're just trying to dissolve the sugars nicely so you can actually add the skimmed milk powder and it dissolves well in your ice cream base. Once that's all nicely combined, take it off the heat and put it in your container, finally adding in your double cream as we like to do here on this channel. Once that's mixed in, one final stir and put it in the fridge for a few hours. Now we're going to move on to the waffle part. First thing you're going to do is chop up your waffles into nice little cube shapes or whatever size pieces you want, and melt your chicken fat in a frying pan. We're going to put a fair bit in here to start because you actually want the fat to be soaked into your waffle pieces. Now, as they start to soak it up, you might want to add a little bit more fat. What we're going to do here now, after it's been going for a good 5 minutes and I've made a nice little mess, we've drained off the fat here, and we're going to just cook them for another minute or so to crisp up these cubes really nicely. The final step is to sprinkle a small amount of sugar over the top, toss them in the frying pan for 30 seconds or so, take them off the heat and put them in a container to cool down completely. And the final stage here is to put your ice cream in your machine as normal, get it churning, and the last few minutes of the churn, add in your chicken fried waffle pieces. Get them nicely combined, make sure the ice cream is at the right temperature and consistency, and then take it out and tub it up. Here we go, the chicken Schmaltz. It is literally just a jar of chicken fat. There is nothing else in there. It's slow rendered genuine chicken Schmaltz. And the waffles. Put the two together. Let's get some scooped up and see what it turned out like. Chicken and waffle ice cream. I can smell the maple syrup. I like a strong maple flavour ice cream. Some are a little bit weak in flavour, but you know, you do have to be careful when using maple syrup in ice cream. Obviously the sugar content has a lot to do with it, but also some maple syrups taste strong, some are weak. Maple type syrup tastes disgusting. So if you can't get real maple syrup, maybe just try a different flavour altogether. But let's see what this tastes like. There's the waffle pieces have still got a good crunch to them because I could feel it when I was scooping. So let's see what they actually taste like in the ice cream. Really nice, smooth, creamy maple syrup flavour ice cream. Great consistency. Really nice scoop to it. I mean, it's kept in our cold freezer, so it's you know, without that sugar it would go really, really hard. But the waffle cooked in that chicken fat isn't an instant chicken punch, which is what we wanted. You know, we wanted a bit more of a subtle chicken element to it, a little bit of a background flavour, and by tossing it in that bit of sugar as well, it still gives you that nice kind of bite, sweet element. So you get like a sweet chicken waffle bites throughout, and it goes really, really well with the sweet ice cream. I'm not a huge fan of the sweet cream ice creams. I just think they're too plain for me. And if you've seen the ice creams that we make here, you know, we don't really do plain flavoured ice creams. We like to do big, extravagant kind of ones, and this is no different. It's, in England anyway, it's an expensive ice cream to make because the chicken fat is really difficult to get hold of. But you know, maple syrup, there's lots of different syrups available. Some are better than others, some, you know, are really expensive, some are quite cheap. So just use what you have available. Any kind of savoury element. So, you know, you could have your duck. You could do a duck and orange combo. Maybe that's worth a try. Goose fat over here. We really don't eat goose that often. We use it for our roast potatoes on our dinners, or a lot of people do, that and duck fat, but there's no reason you can't use chicken fat as well. So if you're going to make this and you're going to buy the chicken Schmaltz, I'll put a link in the description below where we got it from here, but you can use it in your everyday cooking as well. It's a great flavour, really nice one to try. Hope you enjoyed this as a bit of an unusual savoury element to our ice cream. Everybody on YouTube that makes food is doing ice cream at the moment because it's summer. So if you want to look at no churn ice cream, or, you know, slightly more traditional ice creams, you know, there's a lot out there at the moment. But if you like the more professional approach to ice cream, creating ice cream in high quality machinery that matches that you will buy in the shops, this is the channel to watch. We will help you create any ice cream you can buy in the shops yourself with any ingredient that you can find in your supermarkets or around your area. So let us know if there's a flavour you want us to make. We'll do our best to accommodate. Thanks very much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.